Senior Counsel Kanjama Charles Njiru. Sir, it is now my humble duty and profound privilege to invite Your Excellency to convey your congratulations to the 20 newly appointed judges and to the 8 advocates conferred with the rank of Senior Counsel. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all rise for His Excellency the President.
Please, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. The Honorable Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court, the Honorable Deputy Chief Justice, distinguished judges of the High Court, Court of Appeal, members of the Judicial Service Commission, newly appointed judges, senior counsel, family members, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to be the first to congratulate all of you on your well-deserved elevation to the esteemed position of Judge of the Republic of Kenya and the most important place of our advocate as senior counsels in the Republic of Kenya. As you step into national service to advance the interests and well-being of our people, it is essential that I emphasize the immense responsibilities bestowed upon you and the magnitude of public expectation for you to contribute positively to freedom, democracy, social justice, and progress in our nation. I am confident that you are highly accomplished advocates with excellent grasp of the law and especially our Constitution. I therefore call to your attention certain important provisions of our fundamental law, not to educate or remind you, but to underscore the magnitude of the judicial mandate in fulfilling the collective aspirations of our people and our broader development agenda. While the constitutional separation of powers delineates functional boundaries between arms of government, it is crucial to understand that ultimately we all are servants of the people entrusted with public responsibility for their benefit. At this juncture in our nation's institutional evolution, it is clear where the boundaries of our respective mandates lie. It is time to utilize our capacities and resources to establish collaborative frameworks on issues where we can align and advance the national interest without sacrificing our constitutional autonomy. I believe, and I know from humble precedents, that it is possible for us to engage in progressive conversation and find consensus on ways and means of enabling one another to serve the people better. As the executive, we have a strong interest in an effective and efficient judiciary because our nation's economy and security and the people's rights and freedom depend on it. For this reason, we shall not hesitate to make our contribution to the enhancement of the judiciary's capacity to deliver justice in every part of Kenya, especially through support for infrastructure and other development requirements of our judiciary. To support these efforts, we have increased our budgetary allocation to sectors combating corruption and promoting justice and accountability since 2022-2023 financial year, from Kenya shillings 87 billion to Kenya shillings 108 billion in the current financial year. Some of these resources contribute to the judiciary's infrastructure development, including construction of courts, staff recruitment, and capacity building for law enforcement agencies. I am happy that the establishment of small claims courts across the country has brought justice closer to the people and resulted in a significant increase in the number of resolved cases. I commend the Chief Justice for this initiative. When he said it's going to be bottom-up justice, I think it has truly become. Our bottom-up economic transformation agenda acknowledges the critical role of governance institutions and, in particular, the place of a strong and effective judiciary in Kenya's progress and inclusive prosperity. An independent judiciary, an effective executive, a progressive legislature, an open civil society, and a vigilant media are not mutually exclusive. Instead, they share a mandate to serve the people and should facilitate each other's efforts. This synergy extends to accountability and transparency, as exemplified by the operationalization of the Public Benefits Organization Act of 2013, which was operationalized last week. By unifying regulations and promoting participatory governance, we aim to increase accountability and transparency across all arms of government. Ultimately, we will be judged not by how well we serve the strong and influential, but how well we support and protect the weak, the poor, and the vulnerable. Let us strive to appreciate and support each other's work without compromising constitutional principles. Ultimately, our collective legacy will not be evaluated by how stubborn, combative, or disagreeable we were, but by our contribution to improving the lives of our people and advancing our nation towards prosperity. We are, as we all know, a proudly democratic nation, where the people make the final call and elect their leaders as anchored in the rule of law and constitutionalism. As a nation, we subscribe to the principles of checks and balances as established by our Constitution. I encourage you to commit yourselves to serving the people with integrity and professionalism, and to reject corruption in all its manifestations. Without integrity, the credibility of our judiciary, or indeed any other institution, as well as public institutions, is severely questioned. Corruption, even the slightest hint of it, irreversibly compromises the authority and effectiveness of our courts and all our institutions. To accord Kenyans the full promise of our Constitution, each one of you must remain alive to Articles 10 and 159 of the Constitution, as well as the solemn oath you have taken today. Your devotion to these mandates and undertakings, and your commitment to diligently serve the people of Kenya and to do justice to them without fear, favor, bias, affection, ill will, prejudice, or any political, religious, or other influence, as I heard each and every one of you say, will make the difference between progress and failure, freedom and tyranny, and prosperity and destitution for the people of our beloved nation. Judges, ladies and gentlemen, and my good friends, advocates, I wish you success as you embark on serving the people of Kenya. May their yearnings for freedom and justice inspire you to give your best every day. Thank you very much. May God bless you, and may God bless our great country, Kenya. Asanteni sana.
Let us all rise to finish with the national anthem. The national anthem. Your Excellency, sir, with your permission, we'll request for a brief moment.
More money. We have seen many things that were not in other counties. Madam Speaker, I would like to bring to this House that not everybody voted for this government. And we are known that a government that you never voted for always do not give you development. It is only the county government that comes to our rescue, especially the minority. So we cannot blackmail here and talk of NCDF. Look at Honorable Osoro. When I talk of those statements like killing because of his behavior, he behaved so badly. Like a first timer who never even went to school. We went to school, let us behave like people went to school. Arati will win whether you like it or not. Madam Speaker,
Order. Honorable members, we do not make aspersions to one another in this House. Honorable members, as I had promised, we will do two on my right side and two on the minority side. Then I will put the question. Order, members. I therefore put the question. Oh, yes, before we get the question, we will have the Chair, Budget and Appropriations Committee to reply.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And I actually rise to agree with all the members who have had a contribution to make this afternoon. I agree with the members on the right side of the Speaker, and I also agree with the members on the left side of the Speaker. I agree with the Majority Leader as much as I...
as I said, use your cards. I will go with your cards. If you have a point of order, I need to see on my screen.
Honorable Speaker, I agree with the majority leader, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, as much as I agree with the minority leader, Honorable Opiyo, Honorable Speaker. I agree with Honorable Osoro as much as I agree with Honorable Junet.
Member for Suba North, what is out of order? Hold on, Honorable Dende.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I do apologize for the Chair of Budget, who is my chair. I don't want to interrupt him. But, Madam Speaker, I don't think it is in order for Honorable Osoro to be physically making sexually suggestive gestures in this House. He is pointing to his penis in this House while pointing at Honorable Fatuma. It is completely out of order. It is abhorrent. It is backward. Madam Speaker, it is not allowed in this House.
Order.
We don't even know whether he performs. What is he showing us here?
Order, Honorable Millie. Order, Honorable Millie. Honorable Majority Whip is not the one on the floor. If it is something out of order, it has to be something the Honorable Member for Kiharu is doing. Or so continue, Honorable Member for Kiharu.
Okay. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. No. Okay. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Member for Suba North. I know you are never ashamed of your sexuality, but I don't think we have gotten to that point. Honorable Millie. So let's allow Member for Kiharu to finish. Finish your reply, Honorable Member
Honorable
for Kiharu.
Speaker, I thank you very much. Honorable Speaker,
at that stage, then anybody will peruse the report, will mark the report, will underline the report, will critique the report, will do anything with the report and convince the House that the report is right or wrong, and that decision will be made by a vote by the whole House. In the absence of the latter, then the idea of members reading the report remains academic. The Speaker cannot stop you from later looking for the report and reading it. The Speaker cannot stop you from going out there and commending